Vénganse, vénganse, vénganse. Vamos a jugar hoy, hoy, hoy. Vamos a cantar hoy, hoy, hoy. Vamos a llorar hoy, hoy, hoy. Vamos a fumar hoy, hoy, hoy.
Season 3!
Don't move. You're going to get hotter.
And we are hotter than ever, motherfuckers. Because it is October and 90 degrees. I don't know why.
Climate change.
Southern California, you mother...
I feel like it was raining last week.
It was.
Okay.
And it was like the 60s. You know, this week I was like, ooh, sweater weather. I'm going to be all cozy in the studio looking all cute. But I'm sweating.
Mother Nature said, fuck you in your sweater weather.
Yeah. Yeah. It's how, like, I'm kind of going like this. I'm spreading my arms out a little bit. So, like, you know, the pits.
Why do you always worry about that?
Because I'm sweating. It's like, and then like they're like uncomfortable. And I have to tell everyone, we do this every season.
We do.
I wear the natural deodorant, and the natural deodorant where it does natural shit, and it just doesn't have the coverage that the
okay, wait, hold on.
Other
according
deodorant.
to who? To
me.
You? Okay.
Me.
So, all right.
I feel the difference.
Here, I hate this is an interesting topic because I was listening to the Salmon Ray podcast. There's an episode where they talk about how Ray's like, I'm going to give you the money. You don't got to explain anything to me. Like, it's cool. There's no question. But she'll still, like, explain things, right?
The expenses,
I told you, don't worry about, you don't smell bad. You smell great. And you still freaking worry about it.
I worry because then I have, like, sweat stains.
I've never seen you with a sweat stain.
It's because you're not looking. Hey, LA Amy on the Twitch chat. Hey, and this is actually a perfect opportunity. If you are new to the Twitch family, welcome. If you're not, we definitely encourage you to watch us live on Twitch. That's twitch.tv/on this frequency. We are on doing this live every Friday at 7 p.m. now because our schedule shifted a little bit. Wait, did we always do it at 7 or did we do it at 6?
It was always 7.
Oh,
well. It was 6 before?
No. It was, right? Okay, you see, I'm not completely losing my shit.
Oh, damn, it was 6 o'clock. Our auditor, Amy, it was 6.
Yeah.
Oh, damn, I'm sorry.
Rebecca's on here. Frida Little June.
Oh, my God,
she's on
here. To see everybody.
And, as you can see, Ray has decided to abandon ship. He's no longer with us. He went to another podcast.
But
just kidding.
His voice is here.
He's actually here.
Aquí está el voz de Dios.
There it is. Thank you.
Listen,
Thank
you should be a late night podcast show.
Like
That'd
Dio?
be so cool.
Remember
The Quiet Storm.
Wait, Dio was on 92.3 The Beat, right?
Yeah.
I don't remember
Dio. He came around. He was like PJ Butter, Theo.
Oh.
I think PJ actually...
I thought he came after Theo.
I think PJ actually used to cover for Theo.
Shut the front door.
Yeah, I think so.
Oh, I had a mean crush on Theo.
Oh, I'll have to look him up. I don't know who he is. Or maybe I do, but...
I think you may unconsciously know. I'm so excited. Thank you. People are showing up.
I know you guys didn't forget about us. Listen, we were like, after July, we'll come back. We'll come back in August. And then...
But with that being said, too, don't forget to subscribe.
Oh, yeah.
Because now we got these cool-ass emotes, right?
Yes.
Wait,
We're like
we do?
official
We have
now.
emotes?
Yeah, look at us. We're so cool now. We have the little OTF. We have a meow, meow, meow.
I do like the little meow, meow, meow.
And then we have our faces.
We do? Oh my God, where have I been? Our faces are on here.
I know, we're so cute.
Wow.
I can't wait till we do more.
What's up, DJ McFly?
DJ McFly.
I hung out with him at O'Donovan's when I was covering for X.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, nice to... Hey, welcome, bro.
Hey, yeah. Thank you for supporting our show.
Thank you for coming and watching us sweat.
I know.
Do you see the glisten?
Do you see me doing the arm?
No!
I'm just gonna hang out like this, and if you see me doing this, you know why. It's because the girls need air, and I'm not talking about those girls. I'm talking about the underarms.
Everybody's gonna wonder why you walk around like a fat guy.
Oh my God, no.
Oh man,
That's hilarious.
but anyway,
We back.
Yeah, we are. It's been 4 months. So, what's up?
I don't remember anything. I had a great conversation with my hairdresser today, and we both don't remember a lot of things, so it was really comforting.
Okay.
And we were talking about how, as you get older, you want to end up extracting useless information from your head to make space for things you should know right now. Like remembering people's names.
Oh, you know what? I'm the worst with names. I am really, really bad with names. Like,
The thing with that, I would always
associate something.
I would associate something with them, like like there's the new person that I met, and I don't remember his name, but I remember him. This is stupid. This makes zero sense. He introduced himself to me. He gave me his name, and the only thing that I could remember was that he started his new job in January. And now every time I see him, I say, "What up, January?"
Oh, stop. No, you do not do that.
I do.
No.
He thinks it's cute. I probably couldn't pull that off with somebody else. He's cute.
It's cute.
What up,
It's
January?
cute.
Sorry, I
cute.
can't remember
Are you
your
flirting?
name. That was my way of flirting,
That's
actually.
flirting.
So maybe that was like an unconscious way of not wanting to remember his name so that I could associate something completely different and then try to get to remembering his name.
Get a little giggle out of him,
as
and now
a
you guys have
topic
this
of
chemistry.
conversation. Yes.
Ricky. So this is the new phase of your life now? Then you're just... Are you flirting?
Oh, I'm definitely in a different phase in my life. I don't know about flirting. I'm a terrible flirt. I'm a nerdy flirt.
Well, yeah, you just did this whole January thing. That's cute.
Ray, did you just spit your water out? Why are you laughing?
I didn't spit nothing out January. Relax. Relax.
Okay, I'm sorry. No, I wasn't.
I like
man.
that was I guess a cool way for you to try to deflect.
Yeah,
Your,
the
It
situation.
Yeah.
Did it work?
You just spit your water. It's crazy
Did it
because
work?
I haven't drank any water. I barely cracked. My
He
other
doesn't
drink
even
open.
have anything in front of him.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was terrible. I was terrible at that.
No, but you know what? That's important.
Flirting?
Flirting, yeah, or just connecting with other people. And I guess it doesn't have to be... No, it does have to be flirty. Sometimes, you want to get, like, the other person's... I don't want to say attention.
Are you a universal flirter? Like, do you flirt with all sexes?
Yes.
I flirted with somebody in the bathroom today. This older lady, she had this, speaking of October, she had this beautiful white dress with these red roses on it. I don't know, she must have been like 70 years old. And I was like, that's a beautiful summer dress. And she goes, honey, we're in October. I said, but you're wearing a beautiful summer dress and it looks good on you. She goes, you're right. And we had this whole conversation. Hold on, let me just wipe this.
You see? I feel like doing the same thing. Is there napkin?
Let me just wipe this upper lip sweat. You know what, actually, and to rewind a little bit, and it kind of ties together with dresses. Ray, Natalie, and myself went out for a team dinner one night, and we went to Claremont. We were out in Claremont. We all came back to my house because then I had to drop everybody off at home.
Yeah.
Natalie and I
Phoebe, thank
looked
you.
really cute that
We
night.
did.
We looked really, really, really cute. I had to go to the bathroom. I was like, I'm gonna stop by to the house really quick, and then I'll drop everybody off. What ends up happening? I change into my moo-moo.
She did. Unapologetically, she goes, I'm gonna go to the restroom real quick, and then walks back in her like full-on moo-moo, okay, with the little buttons in the middle, long to her ankles.
I did
And
not
she
care.
walks out like this in her moo-moo. I'm like, oh, okay. That's what we're doing?
I was so comfortable, and I was like, damn, that's how I knew that I moved to a new level of comfort with Ray and Natalie, because I fucking changed into my moo-moo.
Yeah, you're just on a whole other stage in your life.
I would like to propose that we do a moo-moo episode. And
Okay.
we just calmly wear whatever it is that we want to wear. Even today, like I was getting ready and I had to wear this really uncomfortable, like, the strapless bra.
Yeah.
I hate bras.
Yeah.
I hate wearing them,
Yeah,
right?
for sure.
But here we are, you know, like.
Hold on, let me ask you this.
Yep.
Is it just me, or is everything at apparel stores just hideous and a t-shirt?
No.
Why is everything a t-shirt?
Again.
I'm so sick of it.
Again, a couple of months ago, I texted the two of you and I said, where do 40-year-old women shop? Where do I go? Because it's trash everywhere. Not trash.
No,
but
it really is trash.
It's like nothing appeals to me anymore.
No, I'm
it's
on the
like,
same page.
there's nothing in the middle. It's like you're either señora
Right.
or you're hoe bag. Like,
Right.
what's
Yes.
in the middle?
Yes.
What's in the
Yes.
middle? That's what I want.
Everything is a t-shirt and everything is a crop top. And so like this, I've been really excited to start this season. And I even told you guys, right? Like, oh, I'm going to buy myself a whole new wardrobe for this season. I am ready. I've gone to, I don't know, several different stores over the last couple of weeks. And I've been able to find nothing. Nothing. Because everything is a corset or a fishnet. Or a t-shirt. Everything is a t-shirt. And I'm pissed.
I'm cracking up because Ellie Amy just said, "Hola, señora hoe bag."
Yeah. That's
So
it.
that's gotta be the look. It's
sorry.
gotta be a blend.
Yeah.
Señora hoe bag look.
Yeah, I guess so.
You know what? We're gonna start a trend.
The hoe bag look.
No, the señora hoe bag look.
Okay, are muumuus with fishnets?
Fishnet
Or like
muumuu.
muumuus with heels
A fishnet
and a full face
muumuu.
of makeup or something?
Senora whole bag, but you guys also have to be nerdy flirts.
Yes.
The whole thing.
That's important. And I
Yeah.
feel like nerdy flirts are a whole demographic of people.
Yeah.
Like, if I could talk to you about aliens, global warming, finances,
Yeah.
I'm in. Totally in with you. Like, let's go.
Yeah, I like that.
Although, so, and I think I mentioned to you both too, like, I've been really obsessed with aliens lately, and I've been watching all kinds of documentaries and reading all kinds of books, and I ran into this show on Netflix. I think it's called
The Encounters?
Encounters.
Yes. I haven't watched it yet, but I've seen it on my...
It's okay. So this stuff is kind of scary. Like on all the different stuff that I've read and, you know, things that I've watched, it can get kind of like intimidating. Like, oh damn, like, all right, cool. But for some reason, Encounters, that documentary.
It's a documentary.
It's a whole series on Netflix. I can't even get past the first episode.
Oh, it's that.
It's not scary.
Sketchy.
It's so realistic that you're like,
This is
an
really
alien
it.
could come to my door.
And the government's already said, right? Like,
They've
hey,
already
they're here.
They live
amongst us.
Bam. Well, I don't know about them
Unclassified.
saying that they live amongst us, but they definitely released information about
Like alien, UFO.
unidentified flying phenomenon.
I don't know.
Yes.
I don't know what to say about that because
I've been into all of that. So, funny story. A couple of weeks ago, maybe like 3 or 4 weeks ago, I hung out with my dad. I hadn't seen him in a minute.
Yeah.
And he was like, hey, I'm going to go pick up your grandparents in Vegas. Let's go. So he picks me up. We're on our way to Vegas. Mm-hmm. We did not stop talking. We spoke the entire drive. Like,
Wow, look
it was
at you guys.
insane. And a big
Well, you guys are, I mean, no disrespect, but you guys are talkers.
well, that's what I'm trying to tell you. Like, that's why it kind of shocked me a little bit more because we are talkers.
Yeah.
And I thought that we were like, boom, talking
Oh, okay.
talking
you guys
on
were like on steroids. Yeah.
Like, we really caught up about everything. And I think because, and I think I've also been just on a kick of just learning about new things and wanting to ingest a bunch of information. And apparently he's with the same thing. So,
Okay.
So we talked about aliens and we drove into Peggy Sue's Diner.
Oh, yeah. It's that only diner in all
You've
of
been
the
there?
15 freeway. No.
I'd never been there. And we were talking about
It's pink, right? Or it used to be pink.
it's
Green? I don't know, but it's the only one diner on the
yes.
highway.
and it's like a collector. It's a very nostalgic place. Like you walk into a time capsule.
Oh, really?
Yeah, when you walk in there, they have a bunch of memorabilia from like the 50s. Like it's crazy.
Really?
Yeah, it's crazy. And so my dad and I are talking about, aliens and exchanging information because he's not necessarily sold on the whole alien thing, right?
Okay.
And yet when we walk in there, we're like, Jesus, like, look how time freezes in here. Like, this is literally a time capsule. And people come here to get that nostalgic feeling with all of these, figures like the James Dean and the Marilyn Monroe and the Elvis and the what are the brothers?
Oh, God, I don't know.
Damn it.
I'm asking that one girl.
Anyways, so, they're
It's
doing
a specific era that they are focused on,
Yeah.
the theme.
Yes.
Okay.
And so after that, like that totally looks like a place where aliens would land.
Ew, no.
Because it's it's a great point of reference to this weird time in life, right? So
Yeah.
we keep driving, and then we stop at this jerky place.
Oh, yes, the alien jerky?
Yes.
Oh, I love it there.
So my dad's like, you see?
Is it subliminal?
At the
Is that what you're
same
saying?
time, no, we were talking about Trump, and my dad said he was just mentioning how, like, what shocked him more in life, like if he were to God, I need to be mindful of how I say this.
Yeah.
And we'll ask him if we ever have him on again, right?
Yeah.
Like this whole alien thing would not surprise him. It wouldn't really shock him. What shocked him was the amount of, like Trump supporters or the whole movement that he had.
Oh, yeah.
He was like, that's wild.
Yeah.
Because you think this type of mindset doesn't necessarily exist to that degree.
Right.
And then it's uncovered.
Yeah. And it's the
That
masses.
it's massive. Right, exactly, that it's massive. So we walk into the stupid thing. We're going to buy jerky. La, 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 la.
Mm-hmm.
There's a booth that has Trump as an alien. And it says, I'll tell you your fortune. So there my dad and I go putting $1 in, like trying to see what the fortune said. It was crazy. It was crazy.
What did the fortune say?
The fortune gave us numbers, and it talked about like current events, like what was going on.
Oh, okay.
So I was like, damn, this is really impressive marketing. Very impressive marketing. But anyway, so we boned out from there, and
Yeah.
we ended up having, like I said, a really, really good time.
Oh, good. I'm so glad.
Yeah, which really
It's
made
good to have one-on-one time with your dad. It was just you two?
Oh my God, yes. It was
Yeah,
just not
that's
my
important.
kids, not his kids. Like it was just one, and we acknowledged that we had a really good time, like one-on-one.
Good.
I encourage
Yeah.
everybody out there, if you have a good relationship with a parent, even if it's not that great, even if it's a half-assed relationship, but
Yeah.
there's an existing relationship there, spend time with those people. Ask questions. Ask questions, and there's so much history, and there's so many lessons that exist
Yeah.
within our own circles that makes you think like, had I known that sooner, maybe this would have been different.
Yeah, and being open to other people's experience, their lived experience,
Yep.
right? Because I think especially with our parents, we're so hard and we assume shit about them because we've known them all of our lives, and then we realize like, oh,
They're people.
yeah, you live your mindset is different, your life is different, and then you got to try to ask yourself why, and then you go and you have a better or worse relationship as a result.
After the why, you accept.
Yes, acceptance, absolutely.
Acceptance is
All right.
big thing.
Podcast over. Bye.
Good night, everybody. Accept.
Yeah, you know what? That's been a really big one for me, and I think you and I had a conversation early on in the summer about acceptance, and that kind of resonated with me a lot. And it's been kind of in the front of my face, or just I've been carrying it with me, the word acceptance, because there's been times where I'm just thinking like, and because of the need to control things, right? If only I can just do things this way, or if only somebody else can do things for me like this. But I've had to realize that I only have control over my thoughts, over what I can do, and I have to accept where other people are in their lives and let that be that. And also that, like, for example, I've had this desire and need and priority to take care of myself, right? And so I also know that, okay, well, I have DeLuca, so I can't really just go off up on my day and just...
Yes, you can.
No, I cannot.
Try it.
I have tried.
No, with all the unlimited resources.
No.
Okay, how many times have you tried?
You think that the resources are unlimited, but you realize that they are limited to other people's time.
Well, yeah.
And, of course. And so that that kind of clashes with the time. So then I've had to accept that it can't be whenever I want. It can't be every day.
Actually, I get that. That kind of. I completely understand that.
Yeah.
That was like the first time after I had my son, my firstborn. I remember having to take a shower, and I was like, "Oh,
who's gonna watch you?
Hold on, I can't just jump in the shower."
Right? Yeah.
That first
what
moment,
a rude awakening.
Oh yeah, that first moment when I was like, "Wait a minute," like, hold on, like, and then when I couldn't fit into my Levi's, I was like, why all these changes? Right. But the reason why I say, like, if you really want your time, it's just a matter of creativity. You can get that time, and you should fight for it. So if one avenue didn't work, there's 5 other avenues that you should try, and I encourage you to do that now, and not accept, but like, be resourceful. Like, you have to, because no one's gonna do it for you.
Right.
Like, you have to just, like, that's a big priority. And I wish somebody would have told me, like, hey, you should care about your self-care and your... like,
that's the truth.
You and I have had 2 completely different experiences as mothers. Like, completely different.
Yeah.
And that's why I said, like, if there's a path, like, find it. And you're a very resourceful woman. Like, I know that you'll find the way, find the path.
Right.
And
make it work. Yeah. And
it's worth fighting for.
I was telling my husband, Mike, your brother, there was a couple weeks ago where I don't know what the exact conversation was, but I ended up telling him, I was like, you know what? It's just that, and this was regarding me going to work out, right? Only 45 minutes a day. 45 minutes. And I end up telling him, I was like, you know what? It's just that the thing is that if I don't want this, and if I don't do this and advocate for myself, no one's going to do it for me. And you don't know what I need or what I want. So I can't sit here and wait for you to give me permission or an idea of, like, oh, you know, Natalie, do you want to work out maybe? Or do you need to take time to do whatever you desire for yourself for an hour out of the day? No, you're not thinking of that, because of course you have all of, you know, and all of us, right? We all have things, agendas, deadlines, work, a life, and we're all trying to get there. So if I don't say, like, hey, can we figure out a plan to, you know, I don't know, at 7:00 every day, can you give him a bath while our child a bath while I go work out, or can you start dinner while whatever. And so that's kind of where we're at, where right now the only time that I'm getting to work out is Saturday and Sunday. It's the only time without excuses or external things happening where I can say, all right, you got the child, I gotta go.
Maybe it's because it's your first kid. And how long have you guys been married?
God, it feels like 1,000 years. 3 years.
By the time I had my second kid, there was no questions asked. Here are the kids, I'm out.
Yeah.
Like, that's just what you have to do.
Yeah.
There's no one is going to tell you, like, oh, Natalie, do you need to do this? No, get that out of your head.
Right.
If you don't do that for yourself, would it be nice? Sure.
Mm-hmm.
Could it eventually translate into other things? Yeah, but not. You know, you get it, grab it, be assertive with it, and say, I'm out. Like, I'm going to be gone at this time. Boom.
Right.
And that's it. Don't give a choice. What is he going to do? Not take care of the kid?
Right.
Leave
him there by himself?
No.
I don't know. And you know what?
That's not going to happen.
You know, and it's that guilt, right? Like, oh, feel so bad if he forgets to give him a bath or if he forgets to feed him.
But that's a great point, because what you're going to do is you're going to hold on to that guilt or to that control where, well, he doesn't do things the way I do things. And if I come home and he didn't do things the way I did things, then fuck that. And so you'd rather, it's easier to say, I'm not going to go because this is how I want it done. And if it doesn't get done like this, that's easier. But who does that ultimately weigh on?
Right.
You.
Right. So that's the I'm trying to balance out, like, all right, what is important? What is actually going to result as if I leave or if I don't or whatever?
Because ultimately, what are you afraid of?
My child. I'm going to find my child starving to death.
Do you really believe that?
No, because he's not going to starve.
So what are you really afraid of?
I don't know.
You need to think about that, because in you not thinking about that, it's really easy to blame somebody and be like, well, I can't go do this because such a... No, really think about it.
I guess I'm worried that, like, Mike is going to be upset or that he's going to... that I'm inconveniencing him by me having to go do something that isn't necessarily, quote unquote, important. You know what I mean?
Because that's just totally different perspective, and I love that. But also, I wonder, where do you get that that mindset? Like he's gonna be upset.
Yeah.
Has he ever been like, this is fucking bullshit, I'm not your babysitter? Fuck that. Has he ever done that to you?
Not necessarily, but I have heard, oh, I have to take care of him. Bitch, yeah, you're a fucking kid. Are you kidding me? Like, what do you mean you have to take care of him? What? But so those are the things that stay in my mind, that I'm like, oh, okay, he sees this as it's a babysitting job.
Okay. This is why I'm telling you why it's important for us to tell our stories. Right. And I actually had an interesting conversation with Ray the other night, because usually, so I commute a lot now, and I'm like, fuck this traffic. And he's like, but there's a reason. He always gets me into this meditative state about that, and learning how to be grateful for the things that I have in that moment, so on and so forth, and how to practice that all the time. Yeah. So, with my son, and this goes back to understanding my son's trauma and what he's been through, right? I got a job because we needed to contribute. I needed to contribute to supporting my family. I was living here in this house, and on my first day of work, and I had told at that time my husband, right, hey, I start work on this day, like this is what's gonna happen. 2 weeks before, like, et cetera, et cetera. The day that I have to go in on my first day, I'm getting ready, and he's like, where are you going? And I was like, oh, I'm starting work. Like, this is my first day. Like, it's just a 4-hour shift. I'll be back. Yeah. I'm not babysitting.
Oh my God. No.
So this is so babysitting is a trigger word for me, right? Yeah. Because that was his word to me. I'm not babysitting. Yeah. And I'm like, what do you mean? What do you mean babysitting? Like, this is your son. I'm going to go to work, and you're going to just... You have the day, you don't work today, so this is you're gonna do your thing, right? Like, just hang on to him, right? And he was like, "No, I'm not. You better call your grandmother." And my grandmother, my dad's mom, lived next door. Yeah. So he's like, "You better call her, because I'm not gonna take care. Like, I'm not a babysitter. Figure it out." Yeah. At this point, we're arguing and bickering back and forth, and my son, who's like a year and change, like your son's age, literally that age, looking at us like, why are they yelling all of this, that, and the other? And he grabs my son and throws him in the room, locks the door, and he's like, fine, I'm going to take care of him. And I just hear my son yelling. No. I missed my first day of work, because then I just glue myself to that door to try to get him out.
Right. Well, yeah, you go into this fight mode.
Right. Yeah. And I want to break the door down. Yeah. Because at this point, it's like, I'm just trying to get to work. And if I have to lose that job to make sure that my son is okay, then that's what I'm going to do. Yeah. Those are the kind of memories that my kid has. Yeah. Which is terrible. And I carry that with me, like, immensely. To my point about sharing these stories, so that when you worry about those things, and if you have someone who's never put you in that situation, and if he did, kill my brother. Right. Right. Yeah. But there's a big difference in that. Don't feel that guilt. Like, feel comfortable. Like, test where you gotta test. Like, communicate about that. Don't make assumptions about what he may be thinking or may be feeling, especially if he's not presenting that kind of and I hate to say that, kind of extreme behavior, because
Right.
nobody should ever feel that
No,
way, like at
right.
all whatsoever.
Right.
You know, so those, for me, it brings me great joy that my little nephew gets to be brought up in a loving environment,
Yeah.
not the best environment, right? Because I
Right.
know your challenges, and I know all of these challenges,
Right.
But nonetheless, not that.
No, right. Yeah, no, absolutely.
It's not that.
Yeah, no. He definitely wakes up laughing
Yeah,
and smiling and
that's
the
a
whole
beautiful.
bit.
So, and it goes back to the
it's a blessing for sure.
yes,
Yeah.
and being
Yeah.
grateful for that,
Yeah.
and being like, hey, I know you might not like this right now, but I'm gonna go work out.
Right.
It's okay.
Right.
Your kid's not gonna starve. He's gonna be okay, and you gotta get past that. Because if you don't, that's just gonna build and build.
Resentment.
And, oh my God.
Yeah.
And that's
Yeah. I'm gonna
really
hate
easy
myself.
to do.
Yeah.
That's really
for
easy to
sure.
do.
For sure. So I'm really happy at this point that I actually have, the Saturday and Sunday locked in for myself.
You're
every
cycling.
weekend. I'm cycling. I do yoga as well. So I alternate either yoga or yoga Sunday and cycling Saturday, or if I'm on my period, because girls, you can't be just cycling and doing marathons, right?
Hold on, but I always felt like the PE teachers growing up, they didn't give a shit that you were on your period. They're like,
didn't.
it's gonna make it better if you exercise.
Listen.
Did they not say that?
I think those were different times because fuck them. You know what I mean? Like,
Wait, so your PE teacher never told you that?
no.
Oh my God.
But
Oh my God, I'm
but
old.
we had to run
Somebody
a mile
help
every
me here.
week. Every week. Bitch, you better go run that mile. I don't care how fast, how long it takes you, but I'm going to record your time. 15 minutes.
Amy,
18.
yours was like what? Amy, please tell me that yours did not give a shit and still made you exercise when you were on your period.
No one
Yeah, no
cares
one
if
cared if
yeah.
you were bleeding.
No one does care.
Which, by the way, when you work, when you work for a woman,
Do you get time off?
oh my God, it's
Do
just
you
great.
personally get time off?
Yeah, I've worked.
You get menstrual time off?
Not like that.
Okay.
I've worked for 3 different women in my lifetime.
Yeah.
And I wouldn't even have to say anything. Like, they would recognize it in my face. They're like, just go home. Just go home.
Dude, that shit is so painful. Do you feel like after you had your kids, your period was worse?
No, mine got way better.
Really?
It was like non-existent. In high school, it was really bad. Like, I would get my dad would have to pick me up from school because I would get so sick. I would get
Me
nauseated
too.
and
I would
vomit.
throw up.
It was really,
Yes.
after I had my kids.
I thought
No
I was
problem.
the only one. No, mine is still a little wonky. Like right now, I'm kind of like, I thought I was older and more mature.
But I thought that they were kind of talking about that, being able to get paid time off, being on
Yeah.
your that time.
that time of the month. Yeah, I mean, I don't have it, but
Equal rights. Men should have it too. If they have a woman at home that's menstruating, like
to take care of her,
it passes
FMLA.
down. Oh my God, yes! Natalie!
I don't think men would be down for that.
they're not down for it even without an FMLA.
You're right. I'm gonna go back to work. So like a week into your newborn, like, what are you talking about?
Where's the heating pad?
Yeah.
Like, just put the heating pad on.
Here? Yeah, that's fair. I mean, heating pads do help though too. So anyway,
In the summertime, the heating
no,
pads
you're
out?
right. You're right. No.
Yeah.
I
Oh
want
yeah.
to be alone while I'm
Samantha's
bleeding.
right. Yeah.
Yeah.
I want to be alone while I'm bleeding.
So do I. I actually want to be alone all the time though.
All right, let me ask this. Let me just I work with a bunch of men. Actually, you sent me the podcast from Michelle Obama that she did where she was really trying to regulate, like talking about that.
Yeah.
Like she was really just trying to say like, look, like this is just a part of the human anatomy for a female. Like that,
Yeah.
there's just no way of doing it.
Yeah.
I was in New Mexico and I was flying back home
Yeah.
and I was supposed to meet Ray and Hector for some show.
Yeah.
And I got my period at the airport. Actually, let's talk about that trip because I had one of the most awkward experiences on the planet.
Oh my god.
So for some,
Wait, when did you go?
I think maybe last year. I don't remember. But I went and I'm coming home, and there was a line to go to the restroom. Okay,
Okay.
we're all in line, and then the bathroom opens, and I had to go really bad. the bathroom opens up for the handicap.
Okay.
So I'm like, fuck, bet I'm gonna go in and I'm gonna get out.
Right.
No problem. Get in and get out. So I'm like going real quick. All of a sudden,
No.
I'm like, yeah, I'm almost done. This lady
Shut
was
up.
like, well, I hope you're really handicapped because I'm in a wheelchair and I
No.
have to go. And these
No.
spots are, I swear to baby Jesus, the life, my soul left my body. And I was like, how am I going to walk? I didn't say anything. How am I going to walk out of here completely healthy? With no disability after using the disability restroom in an airport.
Oh my gosh.
Did
you at least fake a limp?
No!
I would
All
have
my
totally
friends were like,
faked it.
Bitch, please tell me that you limped out. I was like,
I would've faked it.
No, I couldn't.
I'd have been like
no.
this.
No, because the guilt
Like
got
this?
to me. No.
Like this. Ma'am, I'm sorry. No disrespect, but seriously. No disrespect.
The guilt.
But what do you do?
The guilt got to me. And I was like, I'm so sorry, I'm gonna be right, like mid-wipe, I'm so sorry, I'm gonna be right out. Now here's the thing, I told you there was a
feel bad
line.
for both parties.
No, hold on, there was a line of people.
Yeah.
So I was like, wait a minute, how the fuck did this lady just like sweep up?
Yeah,
Well,
because you didn't see her.
no, it's that she was in a wheelchair.
Yeah.
She wasn't in line and she did come in, didn't wait in line and pulled right up in front of all the people because rightfully so.
Yeah.
The fucking stall
It's for disabilities.
for disabled people should be ready. So
You fucked up.
I did, and I will never. The other day I was waiting in line. I'm like, oh, I gotta go, and I was like, nope,
I'm not using
I
that
am
one.
not gonna use that one ever again.
But like, is that an unspoken rule? Because everyone uses that stall.
I know.
I don't care. I'm rolling out with my ankle like sideways. like,
After I blew it up too.
like, oh damn. I'm
Poor
gonna
lady.
kick my shoe off to the side, make it look like my
Yeah.
ankles.
Dude, this lady was in a full-blown wheelchair
Poor senora.
and was cursing me out every
Sorry,
step
lady.
of the way. So the thing about the thing of it was though, I think kind of what made me feel a little bit better was that the people standing in line were like the energy.
Like she didn't have to do that, right?
Yeah, so the energy that I got from the people, nobody said anything, but
Right,
the
right.
looks that I got were like, that it didn't have to be that way. Like, were you
Yeah.
shitting yourself? Like, you
Yeah.
couldn't, like, was it really that bad? Like, everybody would have gone there. I don't
She's
remember why I
better.
brought that up. I was talking about New Mexico.
Odd
and-
experiences. I don't know, girl. You know my memory is bad.
You did a show. You worked with.
Oh, yes. Okay, because after that, I'm getting out of the bathroom, and I realize I'm on my period at that point.
Oh, right.
And I'm trying to fly back to get to their show. And I'm like, I feel like shit. Not just because this lady just like
Yeah.
completely
Slapped you without having to
annihilated
slap
my
you.
dignity.
Yeah.
But now I'm on my period. And I think I told them, and I apologized too. I was like, apologies. It might be TMI, but I'm not going to be able to make it where you guys are going. I was like, I just started my period and I feel like shit.
Yeah.
Hey, respectfully, I don't even remember.
It's fine. And I don't,
so you don't.
So you're good?
Yeah, you're good.
thank God.
I don't remember that.
But I was really hesitant about sending that at first because it was either going to be like, hey, I'm not pulling up. And then hearing them be like, why are you not pulling up? And hey, they'll never understand that part of it. Like,
Yeah.
But
We do though. I mean,
you understand having a period?
I don't understand having a period, but I understand the process that you guys go through, and
Yes.
how it's different for all women, right? Because obviously, like, I grew up in a house with my mom and my sister and my grandma, so it was like different all the time. And then just knowing that shit, right? Because my dad was never like that machismo guy that was too cool to go get like.
Oh, so he
Pads
was
and
down?
tampons.
Yeah, so when my dad would go to the store and get my mom whatever she needed. So like I understood that part. But as far as like feeling it, no, I don't understand it.
So you make runs for Samantha?
If she asked me to, I would. I think I've done it a few times. But then that's also too because I know her dad used to do it.
Oh,
Because
yeah.
her dad had nothing but women in the house. So it's one of those things where it's just like, well, I got to live up to what that example was. And
Yeah.
I'd look
Oh,
like an
interesting.
idiot, right? Like, I'm not going to not do it.
Right.
And then now having a daughter, so it's like I was listening to you right now say your dad used to pull you out of school.
Yeah, I used to call him, Dad, please come pick me up.
In my head, I was like, oh, tight. And I could just pull my daughter out of school and we go hit up Brandon's and
Ooh,
Which would be
Chocolate.
great. Brandon's Diner, the French toast is bomb there, and that would be great. And I hate that when you are in that time, like you want to eat like the worst things possible.
For me, it's hot Cheetos.
Okay,
Those sound good right now.
No, that just that's painful. Hot Cheetos. I tried.
It is
that the other
painful.
day.
It is painful. It's stupid because it's like you probably shouldn't eat all of this spicy stuff, and then you eat it, and then your stomach is on fire, like your uterus is about to rip out.
You have to support our people.
It's so good.
Did you watch the movie?
I did. It was really good. And I also watched. So the Hot Cheeto movie was really good, and then the 1,000 Miles Away.
Ray, did you watch the 1,000 Miles Away movie on Amazon?
Yeah.
Amy told me about that. LA.
No, I
Great.
didn't get any homework assignments sent to my inbox.
Oh, we'll send
You're
it to
not
you.
a mind reader, Ray?
We'll send it to you soon.
did you
This,
not read
yeah,
your
that was like a must
mind?
watch this summer.
Look, new
That
season,
one-
perfection is gone.
True.
I only knew about that movie because Amy told me. She was like, "Hey, when you get a chance, you should watch this movie." And I watched it, and I was like, "Oh my god!" Did cry, but here's what I got at the end of it. Hold on, I need to find out. Tell me what you thought about the movie while I research this
No,
before I open my big mouth.
So I actually was hanging out with one of my friends. We had a play date with one of her kids, and she's like, "Hey, you know what? Have you watched 1,000 Miles Away?" And with Michael Peña. And at first, I was like, "Who the fuck is Michael Peña?" Yeah,
Yes.
Michael Peña, and I was like, no, you know what? But I'm gonna watch it. And so yes, so I did. I got completely inspired. I want to get a monarch butterfly tattooed because he's from Michoacan, and I'm
Everybody's from Michoacan.
Everyone is from Michoacan. Honestly, like you turn the corner and you ask someone, "Where are you from?" Where's your family from? Michoacan. Yes. Well, my dad is from Michoacan, and I love the monarch butterflies, and the fact that there was monarch butterflies throughout the movie, I was like, "Oh my god, it's a sign!"
Do you remember
and just
the
an
reference?
excuse.
Do you remember the reference to the monarch butterflies?
No. That they migrate.
And they fly like thousands of miles.
Yeah.
These little dainty
These little
fucking
things. Yeah, which
butterflies.
I think the season is right now too when they're migrating, if I'm not
I
mistaken.
don't know how they survive that.
Well, a lot of them don't, and I think a lot of them, especially now because of the climate change, they're dying.
So here was my thing with A Million Miles Away. I saw it, cried. Great movie. It was written well, like beautifully produced, hands down.
Yeah.
Michael Peña, he was the actor who played the main character. I can't remember the main character's name. Michael Peña. Okay. But when I Googled who he
actual
played,
astronaut,
the
yeah.
actual astronaut in real life.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh shit. I don't know if so there's a comedian, his name is Concrete. I was like,
I have to look up this.
Concrete could have played this character instead of Michael Peña.
Is he like a known?
Who? Concrete?
Yeah.
He's a comedian. Yes, he's
comedian?
established. He has his repertoire, right?
Does he act?
Yes. Oh, he's hilarious. But
Okay.
it made me think, right? Like, in film, you have your set cast of Latino actors.
Yeah, and
your
there's only
go-tos.
so many.
Whether they look like it or not,
Yeah.
this is who we're gonna put in there because this is an established
Yeah.
Latino actor that we could put in there.
Because they all look the same.
Because they all look the same. But as soon as I saw his real, I was like, oh my god, fucking Concrete could have physically, like, they not only did they physically look like each other, but Concrete 1,000% could have played the character that.
Oh, and he's from Oxnard? Oh, no, maybe not.
Concrete.
Yeah. No, never mind. Just kidding.
Nope. I'm gonna send you.
Wrong
I'm gonna
information.
send you his.
Oh my god, is that him? He does look like him.
I told you.
Oh my god.
Okay.
This looks like.
But we need to know
his
what
twin.
his name is. The guy
astronaut?
the astronaut's name. Cast of 1,000 miles away. Jose Hernandez.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Google Jose Hernandez.
Yeah.
Look at his face, and then Google Concrete.
Yeah, it does look like him.
Concrete should have played
Yeah.
Jose Hernandez.
Yeah, he should
But
have.
could Concrete carry that role?
I thought about that.
That's the other thing. I think the other aspect that they got to look at. Like, they may not look the same because it's very rare that you get someone that looks like the person, sounds like the person,
Yeah.
and will do the homework to like have
Carry
the
his
mannerisms of that
persona.
person.
Yeah.
Like that's why like you look at Jamie Foxx. Jamie Foxx was meant to be Ray Charles in the movie.
Oh,
because the way he sounded, the way he could sing, the way he actually knew how to play the instrument, and the way he
that
like
was a rough movie.
he studied he studied his mannerisms
To be able to play him.
and while he was still alive. So he had to take what Ray Charles was as who he was at that older age and try to figure out how to move that into a younger Ray Charles.
Yeah.
But that's why I wondered, like, he could look like him, but can he act?
Ray,
And carry
I
that
thought
role.
about that. I asked myself that, okay? Because that was the first thing that I thought,
Could he pull this
Concrete's a
off?
comedian. This is a serious role, right? How would this work? But then I also thought, all right, well, let's just consider life, right?
Yeah.
Concrete, although a comedian, is still an actor, right? Trying to make a name for himself, making a name for himself. Here's a serious role, one that I think that he could connect with culturally,
Yeah.
right? And just from a dream perspective, from a motivational perspective. So, and because I put myself in that position as a casting director, would I take a chance on Concrete with this? I would. I think I would. And I think that that movie would have been a pivotal point in Concrete's career as a whole. And the thing is I think that as a culture, we feel like we can't take those risks, right?
Yeah.
So like, let's say...
'Cause this is that one movie.
Because let's say it wouldn't have worked with Concrete, right? Let's say I selected Concrete
And the movie
and it was a
didn't go well.
half-assed, it wasn't like the greatest performance, right? As Latinos, we can't afford error.
Right.
When we have a shot, we have to go all the way, or we're just not gonna make this.
Yeah, it
Do
can't
you
fail.
think him being like good at it would have made it more successful? Like more successful than it already is?
It would have been, I think of the Grammys, right? Like I think of the Grammys where, when they announce, and the best new artist of the year is Alicia Keys.
That would have been like his groundbreaking moment.
That would have been it.
Yeah.
That's how I looked at
But
it.
because of that, you think that's what I'm saying, like, because all the people that watch him on TikTok and Instagram and see his like comedic side, and if they seen him in a serious movie playing that role, I wonder if that would have catapulted. Like if he did a really really good job and you took that risk, that could have catapulted the movie a lot more than doing it with
Michael Peña.
You know what I mean?
And Michael Peña did an outstanding job. Like he did great, delivered it wonderful. With Concrete doing it, I think it would have hit two things, right? Like you said, like it would have amplified the movie in a different level. Like look at this breakout artist, this breakout actor, and combined already with the work that Concrete has done, and then the story itself, like it is a win-win situation. But again, it goes back to those risks.
Yeah, because you don't know if it's gonna. Who's Concrete? I'm not gonna watch this.
Well, those budgets get tricky, so you also want to make sure you're not. The risk isn't gonna cost you your job in other projects later down the line, also.
And that's where I go back to Rick Rubin and his book, The Creative Act, that Natalie could not stand to listen to because his voice, it is rough.
Yeah,
it is rough.
I finished it and I got like.
Wait, you finished the book?
Yeah, I did. I listened to the whole thing, but I didn't grasp a lot.
What?
Yeah, no, it wasn't for me. I mean, it wasn't.
He was
prefer
on
the
that one
podcast.
guy's.
Yeah,
no,
yeah.
he what is it?
Jay Shetty,
Jay
yeah.
Shetty. I would have never
I
got
know.
that book if you wouldn't have sent me that stupid thing with Jay Shetty.
And I still recommend the book, and I still recommend the podcast that Rick Rubin is in with Jay Shetty.
But you know what though,
But I just couldn't do it.
Jay Shetty has a way of
Yes.
getting people to convey things differently, right? Because it's different. Like if Rick Rubin's just reading the book. So if you're not in that mindset, because I've seen interviews with him, I even seen like the interview he did with Kendrick Lamar. Like,
oh yeah,
if he doesn't have someone else sitting with him, you will fall asleep because the decibels of his voice,
the
like
voice.
the way
The
it's
frequency.
like it's real soothing. But you have someone like Jay Shetty that's gonna interact with you.
oh yeah, it's
Yeah.
a totally
So
different
then there's
experience.
also like
Yeah.
an excitement
Yeah.
where it's just like, oh, okay, cool. Because Jay Shetty's probably like one of the best, like I would call him a
Love that guy.
journalist in a sense. Like the way he interviews people, it's not normal. He gets people to actually open up in ways that you won't ever see them in other interviews.
Okay. Agreed.
Yeah, so I still recommend everyone read the book and listen to the podcast that he's in with Jay Shetty. I might have to just read the book for myself and interpret it with my own voice.
Are you gonna deep voice it and try to sound like Rick Rubin while you read it?
Wait, okay, but what was your takeaway? So I know it's a rough read with his voice, right? But what was your takeaway from it?
My takeaway was just do without caring what any. Just do it for yourself.
Yeah.
Do anything that you want for yourself for no reason and with no particular expectation or desired outcome. Just do it and then just see what happens. And if you like it, great. If you don't, great too.
That's
and then
literally the whole book.
And
That's literally the whole book.
That's a great concept, but when you're dealing with a cast and crew and potential films that would be coming in like your way after this one, you can't I could see why you wouldn't necessarily go with that mindset of do it your way, because it's not just for you. Right?
Well, so that excellent point, because I think there's a difference between doing it your way and doing what feels right. Right?
Yeah.
Those and I think he does a really good job at explaining that, because I feel like doing your way or doing things your way comes from an egotistical perspective, and I'm thinking about a very specific person right now, versus doing what doing what feels right, right? Doing what feels right involves a lot of other elements than yourself.
But which is why they probably wouldn't look at a person like Concrete.
Wait, what?
I said, which is why they wouldn't look at a person like Concrete, because it would be something that's like, hey,
It's not for me. It's for everyone.
yeah, it's for everyone, and this is what feels right, is having a person that has the credentials that Michael Pena has, because Michael Pena has been in a lot of great movies. When he like his Narcos character was, the way he played him was good. Like I didn't even want him to die.
So you're the guy that's not gonna go for the breakout guy.
No, but I also
you're gonna go the safe route always.
No, I'm not. I think I wouldn't. But I also would have to see the legwork that this other person does, right? Like, because the thing is, you can't just get him because he looks like him.
No.
Like, you
Right,
know what I'm
right,
saying?
right.
So I would have to look like, if you came to me and said, "Hey, check this guy out. He looks just like him. He looks just like this astronaut," then I'd be like, "All right, cool. I would pursue the thought process of, let me see what this person does have." And if I start breaking it down and I'm looking at Michael Pena versus Concrete, and again, no disrespect to Concrete, even though he's associated with some people I don't like, I'm gonna look at it like, all right, cool. Michael Pena's been doing this for years and has the credentials that he's been doing it in, and Concrete's been doing it for a few years, but only been doing it at this level because this opportunity has appeared, right? Like,
right.
And that opportunity being the way social media is ran now.
Yeah.
Right? Like, he's huge on social media, but what is he huge for? He's huge for being funny.
Comedic.
Yeah.
He's being a payaso. Like, he's not doing
In
anything
a serious role. Yeah.
Nobody really takes George Lopez that serious either, and if he was to be in a super serious movie.
Name a comedic person who has taken on a serious role.
A comedic person that's taken on a serious role.
We just talked about him earlier tonight.
Who?
Jamie Foxx.
Oh, well, he was.
Living Color.
To be honest with you, I don't look at him like a comedian.
My first introduction to Jamie Foxx was as a comedian
because of the stand-up and in Living Color, right?
And
but
in
it's
Living
not,
Color.
But
and he had his own show. All of that was comedic, and he has knocked out some really, really serious roles.
I don't know.
I just see him as a musician.
I would. The only person.
Really?
When I think of Jamie Foxx, I just think music.
And I think the only other person I would see would probably be Jim Carrey. But that's
Oh,
Jim
yeah. Oh my
Carrey.
God, yes.
Jim Carrey is a fucking genius, though.
Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind is top movie of all time, my favorite.
he has a whole Netflix series that just.
Oh yes, that one's really good about that comedian, and he really went into his character.
That's a different one. That's that was really good too.
name.
I didn't think that was a series. That was a movie.
But see,
That was a
even
movie, yeah.
even
Yeah.
Vinny is mentioning Robin Williams.
Oh yeah,
Oh
Robin
my
Williams.
God! Yes,
But-
excellent example.
But so given these examples that we have, Jamie Foxx, Jim Carrey, Robin Williams, and you look at Concrete, whose stand-up caliber isn't to the level of any of these guys. Mm-hmm. And I'm not saying he can't get there. We don't know. But perhaps he's only getting these stand-ups sets because of what he's doing on social media.
Right.
Whereas these guys started in stand-up.
Right.
They were pounding the pavement with that shit,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Where this dude's doing it differently. It's a different approach. So that's why I'm saying, like, you really, really, really have to. I wouldn't knock it if he looks like it and I could score and say, oh, I would entertain the idea, but I wouldn't put all my chips on the fucking table and say this is who we're
is him.
fucking going with when I have
Oh, no,
Michael
he-
Pena. That's like
He still has to audition. That whole process still has
Read
to.
the
That's
script.
like-
Because even before an audition, that energy has to like coexist within all parties.
it does.
You know what I mean? Like,
But
so that was all my point, right? I immediately saw this and I was like, I did think about Concrete, and I did think this guy may have the capacity to be able to pull a role like this off. And then the third thought was, because we always have the same Latin actors over and over and over and over and over again, and we're not opening up those avenues to other actors. So you know what? This is worth the risk. But even with that risk, it still comes down to, does he mesh with the cast?
Yeah.
Does he fit the role? How does the director feel? Like, there's so many elements that go into it. But he was definitely in my head a person worth honorable mention. Honorable mention.
Send him a DM.
He's gonna be on the show next.
Yeah.
He's gonna
Solo though, right?
promise. I promise to you,
Natalie's like, wait, why?
girl.
I don't know.
Girl.
I don't know what just happened
You
here.
actually do know.
Oh,
You actually
Wait,
do
did
know.
you tell her during Pizzagate? When did you know?
No, I think she knew about it.
I really don't know what's happening right now. I'm just
okay.
standing here looking
Just
like I know
remember,
what's
just
happening.
remember, Mike came home, and we were all upset with her.
Yes. Yeah.
We were all upset with Rickie for a time being. Just remember that. And then-
Remember,
Me too?
just
No,
remember,
no.
Just remember white pants, and then we'll talk about it after, and then we'll share this here at some point.
I'm
one day.
really like
As
talk
you
about
should
memory,
be.
right?
As you should be.
Okay. Well,
Memory is.
But when you remember, you're like, well, fuck that guy.
I'm gonna be pissed. Okay. All right.
Yes.
White pants. Okay.
I'm so excited to be back. I didn't realize how
Yeah.
much I had on my plate
Yeah.
to talk about.
Yeah, and I feel like we're an hour in, but we still haven't covered a lot. You got a new job?
I did get a new job.
I
I'm
just
back
lost
in
my
Navy.
job this
No,
Friday.
what?
Yeah. I have no job.
You didn't lose it. You didn't lose it. It just
Kind of.
It
ended.
It finished
It
a lot
finished.
faster. Which
Yeah.
what I told you is that probably happened because you did that good of a job.
Yeah.
That it.
Thank you, Ray. Thank
got
you for hyping me up.
We gotta fucking
Yeah.
I would take a
give
different
ourselves-
approach. I would take a different approach.
We gotta give ourselves gas, man.
Yeah.
Why are you doing what you don't want to do?
Shut up.
I'm gonna mute her microphone.
Why are you doing what you don't want to do? I've always.
I'm muting
you
her.
can still hear her
I
with
muted
my
her.
mic.
I muted her. Don't worry about it.
Listen, because the money's fucking great and I need it.
I know.
That's why I'm doing it.
So I get that, and I always credit your age group for having awareness
yeah.
and knowing
You
better.
think I have awareness?
Yeah.
I think you do.
You do.
Only because too, like a lot of the conversations that we end up having, like they open up,
The floodgates?
to other shit, right?
Yeah.
That we wouldn't otherwise think about. Because we, like Rickie and I, we come and the three of us will have a conversation off air, and it's
Yeah.
like you give the perspective of someone that's not even involved, and then me and Ricky look at each other like, why didn't we think of that? And you're like, yeah, easy, duh, this is why it happened. And you're like, okay, cool.
Oh, I appreciate that. Thank you, guys. Well, I need to find a job now.
No.
Do you?
Right.
Or
do
is
you?
it? Or is it the timing? Because again, like I had mentioned earlier, off camera, was in your guys' last episode on season 2. You guys talked about taking a break to be able to reset. Yeah. Right. And I
love
think
breaks. Breaks are so good.
I think that makes for a big part of it.
Yeah.
Right. Like we took our break, which you probably needed to be able to be 100% plus in your current job or previous job. Yeah, yeah. I didn't mean it like that.
Thanks.
Damn.
but like, because then you would be stressing, right? Either here or there, you wouldn't be
fully
dialed in on it, right? Mm-hmm, so maybe it is. It's just a timing thing, and it supplemented what you needed at the moment, and that's gonna be something that opens up things that are in the works for you from this point going forward, right? And you got to just look at it that way. Don't look at it like I don't have a job anymore, right?
Yeah.
Like I've been in the zone of trying to see like a lighter side of shit.
Yeah.
Right? Like we don't want to
like the positive side.
Yeah, and shout out to SP because again, I
we
told
need to
you,
have him back on the show. SP.
Ever since SP was on here, just reframing our words,
amen,
makes a big difference.
Yeah.
Right? So it's just like, all right, cool. And that's why, too, like, I remind you, too, Rick, like, hey, I know you complain about your drive.
I complain to Ray a lot. And then he'll reframe.
Helps you reframe.
And
right,
that's all it
shift
is.
the perspective. Yeah.
But that's what, like, me listening to people like SP and me listening to people like you, Natalie.
Yeah.
Sometimes Ricky. But it's more just, like, use the words different, right? Because we tend to kick our own asses with the words we choose to use for ourselves that we wouldn't use on other people.
Yeah.
Right? Like so you gotta, I guess, back to the word grace.
Yes.
Right?
Give
like
myself some grace.
But now you gotta have it for yourself.
Yes. Yes. Right? I definitely, well, when I walked in too, I was telling you, Ray, I was like, yeah, I just need to get my shit together. And then I stopped myself real quick and I was like, no, I am just resetting. Mm-hmm. I am resetting. That's it.
Say it.
Just say it.
Say it.
No? You don't agree with the reset?
I don't know because that's not the environment that I was bred in. And something interesting came out of the very hostile environment that I was bred in.
In what regard?
Which was good?
Yes, now, not while I was in it, right? But that's always, like, that's 100%. And I want to ask this to the chat right now as I continue this conversation with Natalie, right? You're in the chat. Everybody who's in the chat, are you all doing what it is that you want to do with your life in this very moment? Are you all doing what you want to do with your life in this very moment? So before I even met you, my brother was like, oh my God, she's into social services. She wants to help kids. Like she wants to, the community, like this, like he spoke so vividly about your passions in that area. Yeah. Okay. So I'm like listening intently, right? And he goes, and then fast forward and he goes, yeah, I'm trying to get her a job at this bank. And I'm like, what? I was like, Mike, you just told me she has a completely different interest in something else, but you want to help her get into this banking thing? Like, how does that, what are you doing? Yeah. That was my introduction to you. Right. And I told my brother, I was like, this doesn't make any sense that you're trying to support her in a completely different industry that she's actually curious about. Right. We're gonna die. Yeah, we are. We're gonna die.
Probably a lot sooner than I'd like to.
Which is a whole other episode, right? Because my kids think they're gonna die sooner than later. But with that, you just want to make money? Like, that's it? Cool. So you're going to go chase and do this, and I'm going to get the money and this, that, and the other. Yeah. But you have this whole other avenue that, and I could be wrong. Maybe that doesn't exist in you anymore, which could be fine. Maybe it exists someplace else. But if there's a pool, right?
Yeah.
A pool that you're feeling to go into a specific industry, to be in a specific environment, to support a specific people, like follow that, like honor that. Like you want to talk about you're worried about not working out. Worry about what you're not honoring, that your whole being is asking you to and yearning for you to go to and explore.
Right.
You're young enough to be able to go and try it and fail at it.
Yeah.
And say, okay, well, I tried it, got it out of my system, and now I'm going to go this way. But honor it. Like, what do you have to lose? Nothing.
No, I think that you're hitting it right on the nail. You're not wrong. But also, I have too many debts and too many responsibilities.
Everybody has debt and everybody has responsibilities.
Which is why I'm not doing what I want to do, because it's not going to pay me.
So how do you compete against all those other people who have a lot of debts, who have a lot of responsibilities, who say, you know what, cool, I'm going to just set this aside really quick, because when I die, I'm not going to take this debt with me and I'm not going to take this money with me, but I do want to honor the fact that, hey, maybe if I go this avenue, maybe I could honor what I want to do and make a lot of money doing it.
So, Nat, before you answer that, let me ask Rickie to reframe the question. Only because what you're saying is, what are you going to do to compete with these people?
What people?
Exactly. What people are you talking about? Because at the end of the, you just said, what are you doing to compete with these people?
Oh yeah, the people that have the same challenges that you do, but they're still trying to do it.
But first, she doesn't need to compete. 1, 2, it's not really a matter of what everyone else is doing. We just got done talking about Rick Rubin and how he says to do what you want to do for you.
Yep.
Right.
Right, and it has to be right.
Yeah.
And in this moment, again, we look back at, like, all right, cool, you had your job and now you don't have it.
Right.
There's everything is kind of already written for us, right? Like our destinies.
You are a firm believer that you can't rewrite your path. Your path is already written for you.
I would say so. Like, we're all here for a purpose, and we have that. And that purpose for you, Nat, could be what you want to do.
Yeah.
But we also got to remember too the timing of things, because if we don't remember if we don't remember the timing, what we end up doing is we keep trying to do what we want to do on our time.
Yeah.
And in order to follow the path of something that's written for you, it's gonna pull you back every time if it's not your time.
Yep.
Right. So that's what I'm saying. Like, you got to kind of reframe that, Rick, because she's not competing with anybody.
No, and that's not how I meant that statement. I understand why it was taken that way, right? But it goes back to, like, I'm over here complaining about my drive is 2.5 hours on the way home.
Yeah.
That's everybody else's drive too. Like, there's a lot, and I told Ray, there's a lot. Why am I complaining? There's a lot of other people who are doing this commute as well,
and have done it for years
and have done it for years. Why am I crying about this, or have
not
like
just that,
gone a whole different way of living their life?
You know the purpose to why you're in that position, right?
Yes,
because we spoke about it, and that was my point in that conversation that we had. Was just like, hey, look, you're not gonna like that drive.
Yeah,
it's like driving from here.
Sacrifice.
You're practically driving to fucking San Diego, in a sense, every day.
I think about, like, I could see my dad every day.
But
that's a bitch drive.
If you took the route that you were in before, which wasn't that long ago, and you got to look at it, right, and say, hey, I was complaining about these things then with this job.
Right.
Now I got the job that I've been wanting to have, that I pleaded for, to be in a better position, and now here I am, and guess what I'm doing? I'm complaining about something.
Yes.
Something's always wrong.
There's always going to be something wrong, and you got to understand that, you know what? There's a give and take. And would I rather not be in traffic, or would I rather not have the financial stability that I do have now?
Yeah.
That's what I've learned. It's not the money.
For me right now, it's all about the money.
I get it.
My priority is money. If it's not making money, then it don't make sense. So I'm prioritizing the financial aspect as opposed to my hopes and desires because the
And-
timing isn't it right now for
And
me
like Erica
do that.
mentioned, it's at this moment,
Yeah.
right? Because again, like I get the sentiment that you're putting out, Rick, where it's like we're gonna die.
Yeah.
We're gonna
We are.
die. We
Yeah.
are.
We are, but the thing is, we don't have to live our lives to the extent of not being smart about certain things,
Yeah.
right? Like, yeah, like, because we do, like, especially if you're an ambitious person, you want to throw yourself at the fucking train to see if it's gonna fucking hit you, and or you're gonna make it across the tracks, right? Like, I got this, but at the same time, like, for Nat,
Yeah.
she has bills to pay. She
A
has
little more calculated.
She has certain things that she has to knock out before she could be comfortable enough to pursue that dream or that cause that she's here for, right? Because the thing is, how is she going to do that comfortably?
And it is a comfort thing.
And be there.
Sense of the security.
Yeah, be there 100% for that avenue when this one's not complete, right? Because it goes again to like what we were saying. If she had the job that she was working at, and then she's trying to do this and other things at the same time, would she be 100% in on everything she needed to do? So if she isn't 100% in on her dream, what good is it to give just a percentage that probably won't be the healthiest percentage because she has all this other stuff on the table that she needs to take care of, right? But everything's in its timing. Maybe you don't have the job right now because something will come up
Yeah.
for it.
Yeah.
My point being, on the light end of shit, is we got to find a way to just be grateful for stuff, I guess.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right? Because
Yeah. It is
because
gratitude.
I end up having these conversations with my wife all the time too. Like, she'll say something about work, and I'm just like, well, remember when you were at that other job?
Yeah.
Right.
So no matter
There's always gonna be
that's the
problems.
constant. We're gonna complain. As shitty as a society we live in right now and the things that we go through, we're pretty fucking lucky, right? We have the
say the
ability
least.
to sit in front of a camera and behind a microphone and complain about shit
Yeah.
that other people don't complain about. In other countries, people can't complain about traffic because they don't even have cars,
Right. Yeah.
or they don't even have jobs to travel to.
Okay.
And as women, we're very lucky that we even have jobs that pay well.
So let me ask you both this. What do you guys believe there's any point in lessons learned or listening to our elders or reviewing our history and seeing how we could improve things? Is there any value in that?
There is, and it's per individual. It's not.
Oh, it's individual.
It has to be, right? Because we spoke about this in other episodes. Like, what do you seek value in? Right? Because someone could be sitting and spitting game and giving you all the life lessons and shit and the blueprint to a lot of things. But if that's not what you're
And I think it's
focused
gratitude
on,
either way, right?
No, it is gratitude either way. But also, I mentioned this. I was hanging out with my girl earlier today. I said, you know what? Because Ray always pressed me on this. Your kids are going to do what they're going to do
Yeah, regardless.
when they're going to do it, at the time that they're going to do it. Like, let it go. That was probably one of the hardest things for me to do is to let go and say, all right, cool. Like, I raised you guys. I'm here for you guys. I'm always going to be guidance.
Yeah, you guys are young adults now.
I don't like what the fuck you're doing,
Be free.
but have at it. That's hard to do. But at the end of the day, that's all we can do.
it's a choice, right? It's like you could come to me for advice and I'll tell you what I think, and it could be something that we're both passionate about, and I'm like, oh, Rick, like, don't do
That
this
ain't
or
it.
don't do that because this is what's going to happen.
How old are you, Ray?
But then I end up giving you. I always preface our conversations with an option,
Yeah.
right? Like, hey, look, you're either gonna do this or you're not gonna do that. But let me tell you what's gonna happen either way,
Right.
right? Here's what's gonna happen if option A is taken, and here's what's gonna happen if option B is taken. Now you know both sides of it. Take what you know of it, balance it out, and go about it. When you come back to me and you say, hey, this is what happened and this is how it ended up going and this and that, I won't beat you up and be like, oh, why did you?
It's your life.
So that's actually an interesting point. He won't beat me up about it. I used to fear that. I used to fear getting like beat up about making a choice or not being able to go back to a relationship because I made a mistake.
Yeah.
And
I could see.
It's just
happening.
it's just in like living with the consequences, but you have to know both. You have to know all avenues.
Yeah.
And don't be naive to what can't happen. Like things are gonna happen, and we got to look at situations and say, hey, you know what? This is what this is for. And if I do it this way, this is gonna be the outcome. If I do it this way, this is gonna be the outcome.
Yeah.
You knowing these things and going the route that you go gives you the opportunity to make your own choice. So when you come back to me, you could cry about it. I'm not gonna feel bad for you, but I'm also not gonna kick your ass.
Your time will be limited.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You cry about it, but I gotta go in 5 minutes.
Cry me a river.
Yeah.
But to go to like, I want to read some of the comments on our Twitch. Like Erica says that I too undertook a job that I was great at and made plenty of money, but unfortunately it was extremely toxic and detrimental to my health. Not having that old position has been the best turnaround for my life as a whole.
Good for you.
And I think that sometimes like we lock on to that salary,
Yeah.
and we're like, cool, we're stacking these chips, but we're dying inside at the same time.
Yeah.
And we don't think that
Quite
something,
literally.
and we don't think that something better exists elsewhere. And it does exist elsewhere. LA Amy says, I've always worked full time and chased my passion on the side. And each new thing I dabble in got me to where I'm at now. Each thing gave me the skills I needed for something I never thought possible.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah. And
So it's
so,
like she took a little bit out of the buffet.
Yeah.
the buffet.
And she filled her plate, took it back to the table.
Yeah.
And now she's comfortable.
Yeah.
That's the thing that
buffet.
we got to
It's a
do
buffet.
is balance. Like
Yeah.
at some point, Natalie is going to end up doing what she's been wanting to do.
Right.
But it has to be in
It just has to make sense.
Yeah, it has
for
to be
me and it-
in the timing that
Yeah.
you understand is going to be good for you.
Yeah.
What about you then, Rick? Like, what is your? Are you there? Are you doing what you have dreamt to do? Are you happy where you're at?
I'm happy with the fact that I took a risk. I took that jump to explore what I wanted to do, right? Like I handled my responsibilities, and I want to go back to this. There's a interview with Trevor Noah and Oprah, and Trevor Noah says, "Oprah, how do you get to where you want to get? Like, what's the secret? Like, how do you get there?" And she
Yeah.
says, "You need to know exactly what you want to do.
That's first and foremost.
Once you define what you want to do,
Yeah.
you're gonna get there."
Yeah.
And that shit made a lot of sense to me, right? So I was like, all right, cool. I knew I wanted to provide a good life for my children. So I was able to focus for 17 years on my career in aviation to provide for my kids. My career grew and I was blah, 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 blah. 100% provided for my kids.
Yeah.
Because I knew that's what I wanted. I needed that. I had to provide for my kids. And I did it. And then, what else do I want to do?
Right.
And I still had this whole itch in the back of my head. Well, wait a minute, Rickie Lee, you studied music. You studied music business. It's in your veins. Like, what are you going to do? And
Right.
then the universe was like, there was DJ Severe. Hey, I need a manager. Like, do you want to do this, that? Blam.
Yeah. There's your
Cool.
time.
Here's an opportunity. And then I took that opportunity to explore it even more. Could I make a living off of this?
Yeah.
You know what? It's worth exploring. And I wanted to honor myself.
Mm-hmm.
Was it going to be financially fruitful? No. And I knew that. But I wanted to honor myself.
Yeah.
I wanted to take that shot.
Yeah.
You know what's cool about that though too is, again, timing.
Yes,
Right?
timing.
Because one of the factors that I don't know, I wouldn't say you forget, but maybe you don't really look at is if this opportunity would have approached itself when your kids were my kids' age or DeLuca's
Would have never
age,
happened.
No, you would have never done it,
Right.
right? So, with that being said, you got to understand the position that she's coming from. So, as much passion as you're like, just do it,
Yeah.
you understand the position that Natalie's coming from now. Where it's just like, I can't.
Yeah, like right now it's just kind of a
because now
tricky situation.
You're like in a position where that timing of Severe approaching you and saying, hey, this is what I need. Can you do it?
Yeah.
Your kids are all self-sufficient.
Mm-hmm.
Right. And
they don't necessarily need to
you've done a good
you.
job in raising them to where you don't have to worry about your children. Right. Your son is an amazing man. Your daughters are amazing women. So you got to, like, you can leave their presence and come back and be okay with shit. To where Natalie, if she leaves, we talked about this earlier. While she's gone, she's like, I wonder if he's doing, like, it's gonna, like, her brain is not gonna allow her to fully be there.
Did his diaper change? Is he crying?
Like, well,
why do my boobs hurt?
Well, she's out there trying to save the world and save all the other kids. In the back of her mind, her son has his diaper on top of Mike's head with a bowl of cereal.
And that's pretty accurate too.
But here's the thing, and I hate to circle this back to Rick Rubin, but what I learned, I know.
Does he have kids?
I don't even know. Did he ever make music? No. But here's the thing, right? Like, and he says it. I never made any music. I don't play a musical instrument. I don't do none of that shit. I just like what I like. But my point.
Yeah.
Everything in life happens as it has to happen, right? I would have never met Severe had I not been in the mindset of having to provide for my children.
Yeah.
So this shit would have never happened had I not been in that lane that, okay, what I need right now, what I want right now is to provide a good life for my children. Bam, I got in that lane. And then, yeah.
It was your path.
When the time was right, I wanted to honor myself and see, like, all right, cool. Can I build this business? Can I grow this? Can I get into the creative things? Bam. And the universe said yes. Letting go is such a big thing. And trusting that your path is going to happen whether you like it or not. Like, the sooner you let go and you just accept this didn't work out, but this did, and that's okay. And which is what I got from Rick Rubin's book. Does this song feel right? No, it doesn't. I don't want to do it. Don't feel right for me.
You move on.
And you move on. And there's nothing wrong with that. Everything is as it needs to be. And that's been a beautiful thing that I've realized. Like, a beautiful, beautiful thing. And then letting things be as they need to be, and then trusting relationships. Like, trusting that, you know, I haven't been in touch with a lot of people because I have been working, and it's been a different, like my favorite Jorge Drexler song, nothing is ever lost, it just transforms. Our relationships are transforming, right? Yeah. But trusting that, damn, when you let go and trust, oh my God, that there's peace.
Yeah.
And practicing that,
it's all good.
It's freedom.
It is freedom. That's 1,000% freedom.
And I think that's even one of the things, like, even I say myself and Severe have always tried to, like, instill in you. Yeah. Right? It was just like, delegate.
Delegate and be calm.
Just delegate. Like, you don't. And I know I fuck with Rickie all the time.
All the time.
Like, I was like, you're gonna make it tonight?
You give her shit.
Even on our podcast, I was like, this woman's a conspiracy because I haven't seen her in like 2 months.
I like that. Has it been 2 months?
It's been 2 months. Let me tell you how long. So,
I can't even remember the last time.
V from Dodger Stadium.
Oh yeah.
Sent me something to give to you.
Oh.
You still have it.
It's so great.
It was before I brought these Hello Kitties back.
Which are super cute, by the way.
Shout out to LA Amy. So if LA Amy is actually is really good with timing. So super LA Amy, when did we have these Hello Kitties at the giveaway for the stadium? That will give you a time because you didn't go to that game because I had to bring all that stuff back. And then she told me, "Hey, I have something for Rickie." And even when she told me, "Hey, when like you see Rickie," and I jokingly I was like, "I guess." But it's been
I'm a bot. 3MD. She says, I'm a bot. I'm not like Ray says.
Yeah, you're
I'm not real.
Not even
real.
real.
Nah, I flicked her in the forehead. She's not Petra.
Oh, you did. You did flick me on the forehead.
Did I get it on the story? I think it's on our Instagram story.
I think
yeah,
you did.
I think
Really?
I got it. Yeah.
August 3rd.
That
So
was
I-
2 months
We're in?
ago.
We're in
In
October.
Oof.
October what? 7th? 6th?
So I haven't, and I
2 months.
legitimately, I haven't seen you since before that. There was nothing that we have done. Like,
I think the
A lot
last
of-
time that I saw the both of you was actually our dinner date.
yeah, because
Oh, in Claremont.
And that was
Wait. When was
and that was at
that was like in June or July.
yeah, that was actually one of the last episodes that we did too.
No.
No, no.
We did the episode
That was-
after we met, right?
No,
Or did we do it before?
you did it before. You
see?
did the last episode before, and
Yeah,
I
that was
think,
that.
I think
Damn.
that was in July because I think that's when I took my son to Olive Garden for his birthday,
See?
and I wasn't
Hey.
here to produce for you guys. She said I've had to guard this. You know, shout out to Amy.
Amy.
Amy's been holding it down. Look at, are you gonna cry?
She's embarrassed because she hasn't been available.
No, she has been available, and in that timing though, she's done exactly what I don't want to. I'm not grooming you, I swear to God, Ricky, but she's done exactly what I've been wanting her to do for the last few years, and that's just let shit go.
Yeah.
Like just, hey, Hex, you have this gig. Ray, you have this gig. Boom, boom,
Go.
boom, boom.
Be free,
Here it
birds.
is. Go do it. And then we'll hit her up. Like, well, you going to show up? Nope. All right, cool.
Yeah.
Then we know what to do. You know, like,
There you go. And I guess that's easier now too because you already know the ropes. You already know what could happen.
see,
Worst
so
case scenario, best case scenario.
Allie
so
Amy
it's a good
says
time.
Ricky stepping back. That's really Ricky stepping up,
Yeah.
right? Because you're stepping up and you're doing something that, for the personality that you have, Rick, like, it's not easy for you to trust people
Right.
with the, and
Yeah. With your baby.
in
Yes.
a sense, because the thing is, like, and granted, the Dodgers are a big contract, right? But we have other big ass contracts that we deal with that she has to delegate shit for, right? And it's just like, damn, she has to talk to Nestor, she has to talk to Severe, she has to talk to me, she has to talk to Hex.
Yeah.
Not necessarily in that order, but we do have that communication, and before there was no communication because Ricky would handle everything and then say, hey,
This is what we're doing.
you're going to be here, but I'm going to go in with you at this one. And then if you can, drop me off over here so I could finish and wrap up here. And then what that would end up doing is take away time from the people that matter the most. I'm not saying that me or Hex or Severe aren't going to be here at
Yeah.
some point in life, but the
Yeah.
people that are going to be around longer are the people that you need to be here for. And when they look and they see her doing things for other people,
You're stretching yourself thin.
you know,
I did.
and then you got to take into consideration too, like financially, right? And that was the biggest. That was like the biggest part where it was one of those things where I remember when you told me at the beginning of quitting your job at Auto, and I was like, "You sure you want to do that? Because it's not easy. You can't just." There's the freedom of doing what you want, when you want, how you want. The only difference is you need to do it. There's no, hey, I'm gonna just have today off.
Right.
Okay,
yeah.
if you have today off, you do understand how much you're leaving on the table, right?
Yeah.
Like
It's 24/7.
there's no clocking in, no clocking out.
Yeah. It's on you to perform.
All of it.
So it's a big task that she was taking on, and it was just like, look, dude, you gotta. This is who you know is reliable, and not saying other people aren't reliable, right?
But they weren't.
But at the end of the day, boom, 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 and the communication stays within that, and we all know what to do. Not saying we don't need you,
Yeah.
but if something were to happen to you, you know, hey,
They're going to figure it out.
And that's actually an outstanding point because in any position that I have ever held,
Yeah.
as a leader, my goal has always been to teach everybody how to do what I do.
Yeah.
You don't need me. the minute that you need me, I didn't do my job.
That's exactly why now I just text Amy. I just say Amy.
No, because she brings the sandwiches.
No, all day. All day. I don't say nothing else. I just say Amy. That's it. Exactly
And she
what.
knows.
Yeah, exactly what Ricky did to me today. I do to Amy. I say Amy, and then she'll say, I won't say nothing, and then like 5 hours later, Amy, and then
and that's hard. And that's hard. That is really freaking hard. And Amy will tell you, like on my drives home, I'm telling her like, oh fuck, I need to do this, that.
Yeah.
Should I be doing this? Like it's a whole.
she said I respond back. She knows you don't respond. Actually, that's actually what Amy said.
I legit. So and that's I have 56 text messages that I have not replied to and 110 recent. Which goes back to another episode that we did, like people having so much access.
Yeah.
And then like so many
Blowing up.
inquiries coming in. Like that's a blessing. Like I told Severe. So next week is the 14th, right?
Mm-hmm.
The 14th. And that's going to be a big milestone for Rose City Sound. We'll have 6 total shows booked for that day.
Wow. Yay.
No, not yay. I'm shitting my pants right now.
That's
because
huge.
Yeah, it is huge. We're going to be...
It's huge shit.
Yeah, it is huge. And you have to think about this, right? Like, Ray, because he's, producing our podcast, which is... And now, let's talk about scheduling, right? Friday, we're going to be here on Friday. We're going to do our podcast, right?
Yeah.
Saturday, we're going to have the Long Beach Marathon. Ray's going to be at the stadium for Game 5.
Sunday is the Long Beach Marathon.
No, I have to be at the Long Beach Marathon on Saturday because they're having their expo. It's just the expo. It's not the race, right? We're having Club Rio ones there. DJ Icy Ice, Bobito the Chef. Severe's going to jump in on that, which I got to get him in and out in 15 minutes to go to the stadium where you and Hex are going to perform. And then Nestor's going to be at where I just started working. I just booked him to go perform out there.
Oh, yeah.
Nice.
And then today I booked a private party
For that
the
same day.
right? So
So you gotta make sure that 6 things are happening at the same time,
But
and nothing is
but
going
she
on.
has-
hold on. That's Saturday, because on Sunday, Ray's ass has to be there at 4:30 in the morning with everybody else to do the Long Beach Marathon.
Oh god! So that means you gotta be up like at 2.
Right, and then
To
go to
drive
work on
out to
and then go to
Long
work on
Beach.
Monday.
Man,
So-
I gotta look at my schedule. Who
did
it's in
this?
your calendar.
Who
Don't
did
even-
this?
It is in your calendar. But my point is this: for me, like that's a beautiful thing. Like that is
Yeah, your business is
every-
active and you're needed.
needed, and we're representing like it's a.
You're doing great
So
things.
to my point, Natalie, I took the risk.
Yeah.
I took,
yes,
try
I get it. You
and I'm
took the
getting it.
risk.
But
Yes.
I'm also still doing the financial comfort thing
Yes.
with the aviation
Yes.
job, which
But-
allows me to still travel and like do all this
But
shit.
which
And I have a great fucking support system, which I'm trying to learn how to really.
Rely on.
again
living.
we gotta look back and let's comfort Natalie a little bit.
We do,
because
yes.
because in all that being said, I don't think Natalie, and I say it respectfully, but I don't think Natalie has the capacity to be able to do all that.
And I don't want to do anything that you're doing
You get what I'm saying?
respectfully.
Right. So
Even
the one
half
thing, but
or a fourth.
So that's
but
what
the
I'm saying.
one thing you want to do, you should do it.
But that's the part that's
Girl,
the
don't stress yourself because I'm not even stressing myself about
yeah,
it.
and that's the part
a good
that
point.
we
That's
gotta
a good point.
that's the part that we gotta understand is maybe when she does get in that avenue,
Yeah.
her scheduling might be similar to yours
Yeah.
because
She'll be better. She'll be better at it.
you get what I'm saying. But in this moment, one, like she has these priorities financially that she wants to take care of,
Yeah.
and then like the mental capacity, like like
That's
res-
a whole other thing
yeah,
too.
like
You have a point.
respectfully,
Mental.
I don't want to have to care for all these other kids when I have this one that I want to do right now, you know?
Yeah.
Like, and that's the main one you have to worry about.
Yeah.
Like, it's just, I'm not saying we got to pick sides or anything,
But you do.
but I understand.
We all have a favorite.
It's not a favorite thing. I understand the passion that you come from, but just don't slap her in the face with it because
I think think we just.
She's not, like she said, she's not stressing.
Hold
Yeah,
on.
I'm not
good with
Wait
stressing.
a minute. So are you saying that I have to like all? Actually, I just answered my own question. Fuck. Damn it, Ray. God dang it.
Okay, well, what is it?
Is that all these expectations that I have of you? So I look at you, right? And
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, Natalie. And I see, like, just from our conversations that we had about your own endeavors, your passion.
Yeah.
I'm looking at you like, all right, cool. I see it. You can do it. Like, let's go. What do you need to do it?
Yeah.
It's passion for her because you love her.
And I see it, but you're. But
I'm not,
It
and
makes
I'm, like,
makes
not-
no point for me
Yeah.
to see it if you don't see it, and
Right.
if you don't want it for yourself, which goes back to
Right.
what you've always told me: don't expect shit from people.
Right. And I'm not even losing sleep over it, to be
She's like, I don't even know how we got to this
Exactly.
conversation.
Damn it, Ray.
I was just trying to.
That needs to be the new drop. Damn it, Ray.
Only because I'm reading her face, and I could tell
Oh,
that
fuck.
like she's not tripping, Rick, but
Yeah,
you're
really
going on
not.
a rant right now, and I'm trying to
But
let
it
you.
goes back to the stress about having to like elevate our people. Like, oh,
But I don't want to be elevated.
Not right
I don't want
now.
to be elevated. I
She's-
just want to make a shit ton of money right now, have my student loans
Look,
cleared out,
Biden
and not
hasn't
worry
cleared
about
your
my rent.
student loans.
No, and he's not going to either
She's-
because I'm a shitbag and I don't deserve to have my
Oh.
student loans.
Oh.
forgiven.
She's as elevated as her shoes are allowing her to be today.
Yes,
Okay.
yes.
That's all she
But just
needs.
see, I am 5'7" or 5'8" today with these platforms.
Not.
This is as elevated as I'll be. I'm okay with that.
Take them off.
You let your passion blind you a little bit, which is perfectly fine, Rick. I think that's on this frequency. Like
Yes.
you guys,
Yes.
everybody understands how passionate you are.
Yeah.
And your passion comes even more so for the people that you care
Oh
about.
Yeah.
my God.
Yeah.
I know for the people
I'm
that
mad at it.
for the people that I care about. Hello.
You just want it so bad.
We are literally doing this podcast
Which
because
Okay, I'm gonna
you
stop you.
were
Yes.
like, I want to have a podcast.
Which, thank you.
Let's
thank
go.
you. Why can't this just be my passion? Why can't this be the thing that I am working towards and that I want to love and be about and actually, you know what? This right now is enough. This is actually a lot for me to put on my plate.
That's good. That's good.
Thank you, Ray. You know what, Ray? I'm gonna give it up to you right now. And you might, and you know what?
Oh shit! Hold on. This is a very important thing. Amy taught me about spoons. So she says, Ricky's giving up her spoons, worrying about something Natalie isn't even stressed.
So you're trying to feed her steak, and she don't want number of vegetables. Get the fuck out of here with that spoon of steak.
Is that what that is? Is that
You
what that
don't
means?
want the masuleña? That's exactly what that means. And okay, I'm not gonna worry no more.
No, you don't gotta worry about. If I'm not worried, don't worry.
Yeah, and she'll
But-
tell you when you. And I think we'll know when Natalie's worried,
Yeah.
right? Like I think this little triangle here, we understand each other a
El
bit,
triángulo.
a little bit, right?
yeah,
We're
yeah.
pretty transparent with each other, and like, man, fuck this shit, man. This is how I feel today.
Yeah.
Fuck it. Do you want me to ride with you, or do you want me to tell you the opposite?
Yeah.
Right? I ride with you all the time, Rick. But I'm looking at my homie over here, and she didn't have a fuck to give.
Yeah,
in all
but
of your
the fun
passion.
no, but writing is different, right? Like writing means like you'll tell me things when I don't want, like if it's not what I think I want to hear. You'll tell me the difficult truths.
That's you. I gotta tell you the difficult truths because you won't tell yourself
We're
the
different
difficult
people.
truths. Natalie knows what she wants to do and when she's gonna do it. Like, I'm not saying you're not
I think
calculated, but
there's just like a different approach, and we're just different people, you and I, and
But we
so
still
Ray
both
approaches
have the
both of us
same-
differently.
We
Yeah, I
both
can.
have the same
Passion?
destiny.
No,
no, we don't.
We
no,
both
we definitely
have.
don't have the
The
same
only-
destiny.
Oh,
The
we
only-
are 1,000. All three of us have the same motherfucking
Dying?
destiny. Dying.
Okay, but that has.
We're all
Okay, but
gonna
that's different.
die.
but in
We're
between all that,
gonna die. In between all what?
in between,
You want to live like you're gonna die, or you
in
want to
bet-
live like you want to live?
man, you know how many times I've escaped death?
Oh, I can imagine.
I'm just saying. My very first encounter with death was at 6 months.
I literally had a conversation with LA Amy, and I was like, Ray's life story has to be incredibly profound.
It's not that. It's
A
really
little
not.
shocking.
Yes.
It's not. It's not.
Do you guys ever think about? I always want to do like a like a journal podcast style long term of my life.
I think we kind of
I
did
want to
talk
write a
about
book
that,
about
didn't
my
we?
life.
I'm grabbing your hand
Because I told
You wanna write a book?
Rickie this. I told Rickie this in the midst of job changes.
Yeah.
Rickie was going through something, and you're okay with me sharing
Yeah.
this, okay? She was just going with some shit that I could kind of tell, like she was just beating herself up too much over, right? But it was just like do you need to go that way,
Yeah.
right? Do you need
rages because the fat. Like,
Okay.
like just like we don't need to. That's not the lane we're going in. This is not
Yeah.
where we're going to be. This is what's going to happen, right? Like it was like a starvation for creativity that she was looking
Oh
for.
yeah.
And it was just like, all right, cool. Well, here's your options, right? Because she put everything out, scenarios, financially, personally, like everything that she had a way out. And it was just like, all right, well then again, let me give you side A, side B, and what do you feel like is gonna be your path, right? And clearly, she picked the path.
Yeah.
But you have to know what avenue you're gonna take yourself into, right? You got to know if I'm gonna go this route. This is the I wouldn't say repercussions, but this is just what we know is gonna end up
The
happening.
consequences, which are neither
Yeah.
good nor bad, they're just
Yeah.
consequences.
Yeah.
So you just kind of gotta weigh it out but you have to do that with anything,
Right.
I mean, we do that with probably some of the dumbest shit in regular everyday
Yeah.
food. You go to
Yes.
Yeah.
You
We
go to-
make decisions.
you go to the market and you're like, what am I gonna make for dinner today?
Yeah.
Yep.
You're like, well, if I just get this is a lot faster. If I make this
Right.
will taste a lot better.
Right.
So it's, but
There's no wrong.
there's
no wrong, and the path is already set.
It is, and we mentioned that, right?
Hooray.
So I'm on my path.
And if
You're on your path.
and if we ever get pissed, if we ever try to like nudge against it somehow, we'll get pissed, right? We'll be like, man, this is
Yeah.
not where I want to be. But it's just like, nah, but you don't want to be there because you're going in a direction that you weren't supposed to be going in anyways.
Yeah.
Right? And a lot of times that ends up putting us in, like, if we keep going in the direction we're not supposed to be going to, that isn't suitable for our path, we just dig ourselves
In
a
a deeper
deeper
exit to get back to our path.
Harder path, yeah.
All right? So, I don't know.
Right. So would you rather have someone alongside you to say, oh, it's okay, beep, 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 beep. Or, bitch, what are you fucking doing? What person do you want next to you?
I feel like you're passively aggressively telling me the second one.
No.
No, that's what I'm asking. Like, what do you want?
Which do
you
you
want
prefer?
me to be the person that says, okay?
I think she wants you to be the person that
Neither,
reads
really.
that she doesn't really give a fuck.
Yeah, neither, because there's nothing that I think that you want me to be on this passion project that I'm not on.
Right now.
Yeah, I'm not on I'm not looking to pursue anything.
You're pursuing money right now, right?
Yeah, that's it.
That's it.
But
That's it.
yet your whole other holistic side of you is peace.
But
And that's
not-
contradictory.
But no, it's not, because you got to understand moments.
And the holistic part, the peace part, is where I'm saying, I need a break. I'm resetting. I'm going to take care of my mental health. I'm not going to dive into shit that I don't need to dive into because I can't handle it right now. I'm not in that place. So for me to say, you know what, I'm going to pursue my passion and I'm going to go and create like Primavera Color Limon, right? I'm going to go and start this plant business and I'm going to go look for this shop because I'm going to sell the greatest plants ever. I'm just not there. And I don't.
Okay, so let me ask you
I
this.
don't have
Okay, cool.
the capacity.
Fine, capacity.
And I don't want it.
That's fine. If you go to a gym and you hire a personal trainer, and you're
Right.
like, all right, personal trainer, you want your personal trainer to be compassionate with you, soft with you? Or do you want your personal trainer to be like, yo, what the fuck? Push yourself. Like, come on, let's go. What do you
Right.
want from the
Well,
personal trainer with your physical body?
I'm going to pay them, so I guess.
Ah!
they need to push me.
Well,
They need to push you. And,
Right.
that's my point. I don't like half the shit that Ray tells me. I do not like half the shit that Ray tells me.
Let's reframe.
But it's helpful.
Let's reframe.
But you allow it too. I
It's
wouldn't
helpful.
allow
I'm
Ray
like,
to talk to me the way that Ray talks to you.
No, his feedback and his
We have a
insight.
different relationship.
And I don't speak to you the way I speak to her.
No,
It's
Ray,
different. You're right. It's
Ray
different.
wouldn't.
But honesty is at the root of everything. I want people around me who are going to push me, who are going to tell me the truth, who are going to be 1,000% genuine with me and want the best for me.
Okay, but how do you know? I'm sure that Ray, in telling you whatever is hard or not necessarily something that you want to hear, he knows what you need or the words that you need to hear in order to reframe, in order to have a different perspective, because you are asking him for it indirectly. Would you not agree with that?
Yes.
So if you're, because you guys just mentioned, she was needing creativity, so
Yeah.
Ray is laying out these options. If I am saying I am not needing creativity, then why would you give me something that I don't need?
I wouldn't.
Well, here's
That's what I'm saying.
To answer on both of you guys. LA Amy says that's what
Yeah.
you want, Ricky.
Yeah.
Right? Because it's a passion thing, and we understand. And that's why Natalie's not even tripping. She's like, whatever, dude. Like, that's just who you are. You're very impulsive in your passion, right? So you know the conversations that you and Natalie have had in the past, and you know what she's said that she's wanted to do. You know that Mike mentioned this is what she wants to do. What you also got to take into consideration, you mentioned a trainer, right? If you go hire a trainer, well, first of all, if she hires a trainer, it's because she wants to have that.
Okay.
Right?
You're right.
In you,
Which is what I'm saying. Like, I just paid you, so of course I want you to yell at me.
yeah. So like for you, like in saying this, and don't take it the wrong way, but like you vomiting your passion for what she's mentioned she's wanted to do in the past. She didn't ask you to do that.
You're not wrong.
And that's exactly what she's asking. Like, so.
Sorry.
Like,
Sorry that you want it for me more than I want it for myself.
But see, that's the thing. And I don't know.
Is there in the DJ world, you know how you have the beep, 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 to excite things? Is there something to de-escalate that?
But
Yes.
but see, the thing is, like, again, the three of us,
Yeah.
Wait, hold on.
we're around each other. and we know
Hold
this stuff.
on. And you know what? I never had anybody championing for me.
When? You talking about here?
No. I'm talking about
life?
in life.
Are we going this way?
Yeah, we are going this way.
Oh man,
In my
stick
life,
around for the after
in my life, I
hours.
had two females that directly impacted my life and that were raised with me. They knew me from birth. They know me now. They did not champion for me.
Okay.
Okay? And maybe, well, clearly, I'm taking the fact that the two females that I had in my life that could have championed for me, that could have influenced me, that could have encouraged me to go and live my best life accordingly, right?
Yeah.
They didn't do that. So I'm looking at you like, let me do this for you. Let me champion for you. Let me help you. Like, what do you need? How can I help you? Let's go.
But if you're really
But you're
looking at her,
putting it on me. Then
I understand that, and that's the problem with this generation, right? They
Which
don't
one?
want that. Like, ain't nobody asked you for your
her
help.
generation's my generation, so I don't know if
No, you're 80 years old, Ray. I don't know. I asked you earlier in this episode how old you were. You're
know.
like 30 and change. 34, 35. I don't know how old you are, but you're really like 80 years old in my head, right?
I'm not.
You're an old ass soul.
I'm older than the numbers you put.
Fine. Are you 32?
I said I'm older. How do
I
you
said
do?
34, 35.
Yeah, I said older. I'm older. How?
Oh, are you 36, 37?
I think you're 38.
What kind of fucking math do you do?
No, I don't remember things, and I don't look at you age-wise.
really
But
is
back
80.
to my point. Back to my point, right? Like I had nobody championing for me, right?
Yeah.
So in my head, I'm thinking like, cool. How do I
I'm gonna do
champion
this for you.
How do I champion for the women that are in my life, the women that I care about, the women that I see? How do I champion for them?
Do you think? I mean to cut you off,
No, you're good.
but I think I have to, only because you're saying these women didn't do it for you.
Yeah, they
And
fucking
you-
shit on me.
and
That's
you-
what they did.
And you want to do it for
Yeah.
her. But I think in doing that, both scenarios, right? The women that didn't do it for you didn't read your body language. They didn't read or understand you as a person to know that that's what you needed. And you, in efforts of wanting to do that for Natalie, are not reading her body language or
I know where I'm
understand-
not welcome now.
No.
She's gonna block me on Instagram.
I know.
She hates me. We had to stop the podcast because
On this frequency,
On
New-
this frequency.
new host
on
wanted-
This motherfucking frequency.
new host.
Natalie
We'll bring
said-
Samantha in. Don't worry.
Oh my god.
Ricky got canceled.
Champion.
Canceled me.
LA Amy, I need championing consent, which we have now.
No, just
You don't
just-
want me to champion for you. I'm gonna.
I do want you to
no,
champion
No,
for
no,
me.
you don't, and that's okay. And it's okay.
Not like that.
I think,
How am I supposed to know how the fuck you want me to champion for you?
hold on. Hold on. So,
You're looking too far into it
You
when
are.
it's not even an issue.
so like you're wearing fucking glasses to make you see better, and it's really fucking up your vision. So take the glasses off and just be right. Like just look at what you're looking at.
Just be. Don't champion. Just
so
be.
hot.
Just be, don't champion.
Exactly.
You
That's what I'm saying. Don't champion.
You'll
Just
know.
be my friend. Fuck.
You'll know.
I know, and I champion for my friends, homegirl.
Yeah, we gotta go.
On a random ass Friday at 9:00.
Look, just keep it simple.
It's been you know what it is?
Hold on.
I'm a simple
Hold
person.
on.
I'm not that complicated.
I know, which should make this easier. Hillary says, Ricky, you don't necessarily have to go all out to champion for people in your life.
Hey, okay.
It's a big change as long as you don't shit on people in your life. Amen.
Hill, that's
She
me and
doesn't
Ricky
need it
actually.
right now. Maybe later. Maybe later.
Yeah,
Maybe later.
Samantha Rochelle's on it with that one. But see, so remember, like we used to have these conversations, right? Like, when do you want me to talk to you? You want me to just listen, or do you want me to speak?
True. True. Oh, yes.
So
yeah.
it's kind of like that too. Like, hey, you want me to champion for you right now,
Look,
or do you want me to just be like? Because
That's
again,
actually a really good point.
what I want is
Tacos.
I want yes.
Wait, what did
From
I
East-
didn't hear
from
what Ray said. What did he say?
because you're not
tacos.
listening.
Tacos
See,
I
exactly.
love tacos. She doesn't
from
eat meat, though.
guisados. Oh, so good.
You like the guisado tacos?
I don't like
Guisados
guisados.
tacos?
That's trash.
Oh,
No.
so fucking
See,
bomb.
look
Girl,
at
you
you.
better not be shitting on no guisados.
They don't compare
Not on
to
this
la
podcast.
tamasuleña.
First-
Okay,
Compare.
tamasuleña is one thing, but
Hold on.
guisados is a whole other
Hold on,
one.
hold on, Natalie. Give me a second. Hold on.
Block her, okay? Just mute her. She muted now? Okay, good. Now I can speak.
Go ahead.
Look, all I want is to say, I'm on my money. I'm on my grind. And then you tell me, yeah, bitch, make that money. And then I'm going to tell you, you know what? I have a rack full of debt. And then you're going to say, so Natalie, how much debt have you cleared this month? And then I'm going to say,
I would never say
X.
that, actually.
Please do. That's what I want. You're telling me that you want to. You're telling me.
She just told you.
You tell me that you want a champion for me, and I'm telling you how I want to be champion.
That's the game you're playing right now. That's the game she's playing right now, Rick.
That's it. That's it. That's the podcast.
Jeez.
That's the podcast. I'm gonna tell you how I want you to love me.
Well, fucking welcome back, everybody. Thanks for
Season 3.
episode 1.
Hold
This
on.
episode.
Hold on.
has been-
1,000% what Samantha and Amy. The next episode,
Okay.
1,000%. is going to be
Yes.
about our motherfucking love languages.
I'm just going to say right now,
I'm trying
spoiler
to love
alert.
you in my love language, which you're not accepting because you have a whole other fucking love language. I don't know what it is.
That's true.
Well, you can't.
That's
You can't.
Yeah.
You can't love someone with your love language. You're supposed to love them with their
love language, yeah.
Exactly.
And I think that's the problem everywhere with everyone, right? Is that we love in our
1000%.
own. I'm sorry. We'll talk about love languages next week.
You know what it is?
We'll take the test.
That would actually be a really good
We'll
one.
take the test.
You know what
yeah,
it is?
let's do it.
We're gonna end it with this.
Okay, let's go.
Ricky keeps saying like your generation, right?
She's not that far off from our generation.
She's pretty
She's a
far. She's pretty fucking old,
yeah,
bro.
yeah, you're right.
You know what, Ray? We
am.
were friends.
No, we surpassed that. Samantha and I had this conversation.
Sorry, girl.
There's only one
You
more.
had beepers?
There's only one more stage in our friendship that would like solidify how much friends we are. And that's only if she fucking ever calls me in the like live call in the middle of having to take a shit and I could hear it drop.
I literally
No.
text Ray, this bathroom is really cool.
No,
It's completely sealed off.
No.
She text,
Swear to Jesus.
she texted
So
me
I
the
could
other
poop
day.
comfortably.
She texted me the other day. She goes, "I'm having a bad day." I was like, "Oh shit!" I was like, so I text her back. I said, "Hey Rick, like, I'm on my way to
I
go
forgot
get.
about this.
I'm on my way to go get the kids. Do you need me? Like, do you need a call? I can take a call." No, I'm constipated. I can't shit right now. I said, "What?" I was like, "All right, cool."
We know where we're at now.
Now I know.
Let me know if you need
For
anything.
some reason, I feel like Ray would understand me when it comes to that.
the old
I'm
age.
sure Ray would be
It is
the
the
one.
old age.
If
It's-
you needed toilet paper, he would go
Prunes.
and say, "Hey,
Prunes.
yes."
It's because
I
I'm
got
80 and I have
You
prunes in
are
stock.
80. Yes, you do have prunes in stock. That's what I really needed was prunes in stock.
All right, you guys, let's wrap this up. I gotta go home. I need a bath, shower, and ice.
I'm sorry. I gave you toxic energy.
No, you're not toxic at all.
I'm so sorry.
Reframe.
No. How do you reframe this?
You give me
You're just
very
wild.
passionate energy because you want what's best for me, for you, for all of us.
Look, we haven't done this in a while.
Yeah.
Amen.
We haven't
Yeah.
done this in
You're
a while.
right.
This was great.
Training wheels all over again.
We're back.
We are back.
The ladies, y'all killed it.
We got this beautiful set thanks to Ray.
Yeah,
Like,
No.
Ray, thank you for holding this down.
we shifted from this side of the room to
The middle.
this side of the room.
And we're standing.
I like it. And the table.
Yeah, I love the table. This was actually really perfectly done.
If you
Executed.
need any
Logistics.
kind of
Woodwork.
I'm about to hold on. Let me mute her.
Yeah.
I'm about to mute both of you.
tables, beds,
Yeah.
chairs, please make sure to DM Ray.
At Raymond Andrew.
And
Is it Raymond
actually,
and
hold
his
on.
friend?
Pause.
Oh, yes. Thank you for mentioning that.
Shouts out to people making progress. Louis, thank you so much for sending us this bag that Natalie and I are going to share.
Put all of our goodies.
It can go into any concert and stadium.
Oh, it can.
It
I needed
can.
this.
But if you're not already following them, people making progress. They
Yeah, they're
track
awesome.
So many stories of people making progress.
Yeah, they have great content.
They do have-
people making progress.
At people making progress. So thank you, Louis. We appreciate you. We're gonna use this bag.
Yes.
And if you need some inspiration, that's where you gotta go.
Yeah, go give them a follow at People Making Progress. All right, you guys. Happy Friday night. Enjoy your weekends. Thank you so much for being here with us. Today's episode was produced live by Raymond Andrew at Rose City Sound Studio with your hosts, Natalie and Ricky Limoda. For inquiries, topic suggestions, and sponsorships, please email us at onthisfrequency@gmail.com. I do check it regularly because I need to and I'm OCD about it. So email us. Send us what you like, what you don't like, what you would like. On This Frequency is available where all podcasts can be streamed. Watch a live stream recording every Friday at 7 p.m. Pacific Standard Time on Twitch at twitch.tv/onthisfrequency. If you missed our live stream, you can watch past episodes on YouTube. You can also check the show notes for the video link to this episode. And also make sure to subscribe so you don't miss a beat. Please, it helps us out so much. Want more ways to support your favorite podcasters? You can always support the OTF team by buying us some coffee. You can send us your donation at buymeacoffee.com/onthisfrequency. If this podcast means something to you, it would mean so much to us if you followed and subscribed to the podcast on Apple, on Spotify, on Google, Amazon, wherever you listen to podcasts. Give us a 5-star rating, review it, and share your favorite episode with a friend. We would be eternally grateful.
That was outstanding, Abby.
Thank you. Oh my goodness, I was not expecting that one. All right. All righty, y'all. Have a good night. Peace.
Vénganse, vénganse. Vamos a jugar hoy, hoy, hoy. Vamos a cantar hoy, hoy, hoy. Vamos a llorar hoy, hoy, hoy. Vamos a fumar.